we're programmed to really be hypersensitive to black male oppression. It's just prevalent in all media, and when you see niggas getting beat up by the police, it's men. Like, that's like a scene that you see. Like, slavery, for a lot of people, they envision men in chains. Like, but black women are, you know, exponentially higher oppressed and violated group of people. Like, just in comparison to the whole world, you know? Maybe I didn't care because I didn't value the accusers' stories, like, because they were black women, because, like...
Hey, yo, this is Kev once again, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest, and I'm about to be brutally honest about this bullshit right here. You know, nobody is ever going to debate the fact that black women are oppressed, but the argument is who's more oppressed, black men or black women, and that sounds pretty fucking stupid to even imply that even needs to be a discussion. It's like, my honest opinion, the most oppressed really is black children. Like, you know, we did, and that includes black boys and black girls. I'm not going to say one gender is more oppressed than the other, because that's not really fair to say, because we as black people, we go through this across the board. And when people try to put the spotlight on just one area instead of the whole thing, it's really selfish. Now, what I can't stand from people like this, like Chance the Rapper, and you know, many of these little slow tail people out here, and many of these the bitter Euro feminists, like the one who posted this quote that's on the screen. I really hate when you use slavery, you know, to try to get some kind of point across, because that means, really honestly, because you are using slavery for your agenda, you have no respect for the history of our people. And that's very offensive. That is very, very offensive, and I'm sorry. You know, you don't have to be an overly sensitive person to be offended by something. Seriously. So, you know, cut enough of the little childish bullshit. You know, I'm a Southern guy, and I have respect for our history. And I hate when people try to use our history to demoralize a group of people and for virtue signaling purposes. This guy isn't genuine at all with this shit. It's always this fake validation that they try to seek in saying something that they think is going to, you know, I don't know, win them points. But okay, let's read this quote right here. This is Chance the Rapper. He put this on his Twitter and his Instagram. And for what fucking purpose, I do not know. And it was posted by a Euro feminist named Erica Hart. It was also posted by this is a quote by Bell Hooks, who is also a Euro feminist, who happens to be a black woman. So let me read this and let me see if I can get through it without throwing up in my mouth a little bit. And it states, white women and black men have it both ways. They can act as oppressor or be oppressed. Black men may be victimized by racism, but sexism allows them to act as exploiters and oppressors of women. White women may be victimized by sexism, but racism enables them to act as exploiters and oppressors of black people. Both groups have led liberation movements that favor their interests and support the continued oppression of other groups. Black male sexism has undermined struggles to eradicate racism, just as white female racism undermines feminist struggle. As long as these two groups or any group defines liberation as gaining social equality with ruling class white men, they have a vested interest in the continued exploitation and oppression of others. Okay, alright, what a sickening quote. Let's break it down a little bit. I'm not going to spend much time on this because it's horseshit all the way. But notice the only mention of white men is to exalt them to a position of superiority, but to demoralize black men's part in the struggle. We can't, like I said, we can't help if the media chose to make dead black men the face of whatever's going on. Black men did not make that decision, and that was an agenda-based decision anyway. Now, you're saying that you're being oppressed. What are we oppressing you with? Now, I've read sentiments across social media. I've heard one mention of black men oppress the community by selling drugs and killing each other. Which, if they're killing each other, if the oppressor's killing each other, doesn't that really solve the problem? But that's not even like that's why I like to try to just kind of destroy what people say, because you don't know what you're actually saying when you say stupid shit. You don't. Okay, black men may have been victimized by racism, which really is trying to demoralize. Like, okay, well, we're gonna say this, but sexism allows them to act as exploiters and oppressors of women. See, this is why, if you agree with this kind of thing, this is why I never want to hear you call anyone a socially awkward lame again. Because that is an argument just to establish the fact that you choose to fuck these guys. You got Amber Rose saying women fuck who they want. You fuck these guys. Whenever rappers come into town, and athletes and everything, you're throwing pussy at these guys. Nobody's exploiting you. You're exploiting yourselves. Then you blame sensible thinking brothers for thinking a certain way about you after you do this. Like, everything you do is supposed to be with impunity. So I mean, it's like this. Don't be mad and start saying stupid shit just because you're upset because somebody told the truth about something. And don't get mad at these thinking brothers with careers because they don't want to raise someone else's kid. Most thinking black men have been raised not to go after a single mother. And then I know what you're thinking. What does that have to do with anything? The fact that these dudes are here that are trying to scoop up and save and be clean up men, that I'm trying to establish that this is why you're calling the guys oppressors, because they're not saving you from yourselves after you refuse their advances and their help. And I know advances is a strong word. And like I said, I know there are jerks out there. But you keep validating these jerks. You keep allowing these jerks to thrive. You're saying that black men are oppressing, like the sentiments, black men are oppressing you with drugs. Black men are oppressing you with relationships, sex, giving you babies and stuff, and not caring at all. That like there's some kind of power dynamic to this or something like this. But then these same folks will turn around and say black men have no power. How do you oppress people with no power? You have to have power to do that. So you can't have it both ways. That means you just can't have it like that. You can't have it both ways. You can't say that black men have no power and black men are oppressing you. Now, this is not just for Chance the Rapper. This is for anyone who thinks this. Anyone. And people, they agree with it just for a virtue signal. They don't agree with it because they really mean it. They can't even explain why this is. Black men sell drugs. Stop fucking drug dealers. How about that? If that's the kind of thing I'm gonna come at you with. It's like it was at one point that the D-boy was the most popular thing to these women ever. Because they made quick money. They gave the women that money. They gave money to get their hair and their nails done and to buy their clothes and to let them go to the club that night. Y'all kept fucking these guys. And then when you ended up a single mother, all of a sudden you're being oppressed. And don't say this does not happen. They're selling harmful poisons to our community and they keep killing each other. Why can't you raise your sons not to kill each other? In fact, why can't you raise your sons not to oppress the black community with no power? Do you understand what you're saying when you say black men oppress you, and then you turn around and say black men have no power? That means that you are so pathetic that you let a group of people with no power oppress you. I don't want to be that person ever. And most people with a set of nuts don't. I mean, and a lot of the women don't either. Let's not be harsh on all the sisters. I mean, there are actually sisters that not only love black men authentically and genuinely, there are black women out there that are tired of people saying this moist ass shit. Believe it or not, a lot of women they know simping. They can point out simping. A lot of women just use simps to their means because simps are just that airheaded and stupid. And this guy is no different. Chance the Rapper is no different. This dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what the purpose is, but see, here's the thing that black men need to start. They need to start standing up to shit like this. We need to start immediately. Just cut it down. Cut it down every time it happens. Yeah, like that article that everybody keeps reposting. This straight black men are the white people of the black community, which is so fucking stupid and heterophobic, by the way. Y'all don't believe heterophobic exists, but it's probably more prevalent than homophobia at this point. And I know some people are going to be hurt and angry when I say that, but think about it. Think about it. So anyway, it's like this. What do you think of what Chance the Rapper said? Even if you agree with it, leave a comment. I might leave a comment myself, but I'm tired of people thinking that this is the way to solve the problem. Because when you weaken your group of men and when you are against your group of men, and you're asking us to lead, black men are supposed to lead. But see, you're not even giving a definition of leadership. I mean, I know what leadership is. I know what it is. A lot of black men know what leadership is, but you won't accept it. You'd rather call us the oppressor. How the fuck are we the oppressor? Just think about how stupid that sounds. That sounds so stupid. Black men are the oppressors of the black community. They oppress us with babies, drugs, and relationships. We're oppressing you with shit that is your fault. You encourage this stuff, and then you want to turn around and complain about it. But in all honesty, here's how I really feel about it. This bullshit is not true. Black men aren't the oppressors. There are more black men out here trying to help the situation than trying to hurt it. People are just being petty because they don't want black men telling the truth. They don't want black men leading for real. That's true self-hate, people. True indoctrinated self-hate. And I'm getting sick of that bullshit. I mean, if y'all really want it this way, if y'all really want to come at the brothers this way, I mean, then fine. But hey, you know what? There's more to come. I'm sorry. You can't continue to get away with saying bullshit like this and expect no black man to say anything. It's getting ridiculous out here. And right now, hey, it's over. It's over with. I'm done. I'm done with this bullshit. All right. Like, share, subscribe, and Kev we trust. Goodbye. See where I'm coming from.